Aquarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. I'm really sorry that your reading is late this month. I have been inundated with personals again this month. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Universe. I am very grateful for all of the work that comes in. And pardon me for my slightly greasy appearance, but it's been a very hot day. So, yeah, my face always gets really shiny. And I knew that I had to get some of this. I've got to put Pisces back up as well because it went weird. I've left some music on it, so I've got to find the raw files for that again and get that sorted out. But we're going to do Aquarius now. Universe Spirit, what's coming in for Aquarius? Show me Aquarius. What's coming in for 95%, hopefully 95% of my audience on YouTube for Aquarius in the month of July 2016. All those born underneath Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show them what's coming in for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Two of Wands just flipped out, but we'll put it back in. I never leave cards that flip out because I just figure that if they come out again, it's got a message. What's coming in for Aquarius? I need to see. Show them what's coming in for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of July 2016. Show me. In a moment I'm going to put down the cards, split the deck into three, gather it back up. First two cards at the top I'd like to reflect the general energy for the month of July 2016. The card from the bottom of the pile, the advice, and the 8 cards in the middle to serve as the people situations coming in for Aquarius. Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of July 2016. Show me. Right, split the deck into three, collect it back up, and bottom card, advice, 2 cards at the top to signify your general energies, and 8 cards in the middle, events, situations. Let's have a look. Now, pardon me if this is kind of a shorter reading and I don't go as in-depth as I usually do. It's just that I have 3 other signs to try and get up as well at the same time. To me, it's an interesting story because you guys seem to be worried in this month. We've got your general energy as showing the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords is a card that reflects worry, anxiety, fear, trauma. You know, it is a card that represents traumatic situations or feeling traumatized by something. You could have a friend, or it could be around this lady here, Queen of Wands. Usually when you get a court card, and you get maybe a pit card, like 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 5 of Cups, that type of thing, around an individual that shows, it's usually concerning them. So for some reason there is worry over the Queen of Wands maybe, because if we've got Queen of Wands here, and the 9 of Swords means worry, anxiety, you put the 2 words together and it could mean worry over the Queen of Wands. Now this lady would be an fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay, individual. Some of you guys, there's going to be worry, it seems, around this individual in the month of July 2016. Your advice card is the 6 of Pentacles. Now the 6 of Pentacles means somebody could be playing the field. You know, it's an interesting thing with these cards, Aquarius, but you've got to be kind of careful with the interpretation of them. They don't always mean the same thing. Usually in its general meaning, the 6 of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, sharing. It can be a card that you're receiving a promotion, that you're receiving help, that you're receiving money. And it could be receiving help. Okay, so maybe the Queen of Wands, because she's looking over at you. So it could be the general energies of receiving help and receiving support and receiving friendship, because The Queen of Wands would usually be seen as a good support person, a friend. She can be a counsellor. She can be somebody who gives you really good advice. Might be a little bit fleeting, but I feel in the month of July, rather than saying that you're worried over the Queen of Wands, it might be that the Queen of Wands is supporting you in your time of need. So I feel that you're going to receive, rather than looking at the negative aspect of this, I feel that you're actually receiving support from this individual, Queen of Wands. And this is why Six of Pentacles shows up here, which again is a card of, you see these two people here? General meaning is receiving attention, receiving support, receiving some form of help. But it can be of a player, somebody who likes to spread his or her attention around. But I feel, looking at these general energy, Queen of Wands facing you, okay? So she's not facing outside of you like she doesn't give a shit. She's facing you, she's looking over at you, and it almost looks like this card wants to help. So I feel that this is receiving support from a friend in the month of July, as mundane as that might sound. And the Six of Pentacles almost kind of backs that up as your advice card. That somebody will be paying you attention, giving you some help in the month of July, Aquarius. The first 8 cards, we see that there is restriction here. 8 of Swords. When you get the 8 of Swords, it's about a restrictive situation. It can mean that there is mental torture going on. It can mean that there's a lot of frustration. You might be feeling frustrated around this King of Pentacles character. Okay, he could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus individual. I feel some of you guys are feeling frustration around a particular individual. Okay, and it could be something to do that you want to be free from this restriction, because underneath that we've got the Fool and the Devil. Always remember, tarot is really good when you do tarot interaction and you look at the way that the cards face. The Fool is not walking towards the Devil, it faces out. For me, if the Fool was walking towards the Devil, it would be walking into a trap, because the Fool is not looking where it's going. Can you see that? If we'd had the cards the other way around, to me this would represent somebody who's not looking where they're going, and they walk into a trap or into a situation they don't know much about, but they soon get to know about it because they realise it's not so good. But the Fool suggests to me that for some of you guys, you might be feeling that you've been a fool, and you might be feeling that you need a new beginning. You need to relinquish yourself from this energy of the Devil card. Okay, so I feel that you're kind of releasing yourself from a trap, or you're releasing yourself from bondage. If I were to look at these 2 cards as key cards together, well, one means a release, freedom, and this is bondage. So freedom from bondage, if that makes any sense to you guys. Because I feel that you're in a frustrating situation with a particular person in the month of July, and you've had enough, and you need to release yourself from it. There could be somebody else coming in though. Knight of Cups shows up for you guys. And Knight of Cups is the energy that says somebody's trying to declare something to you, somebody's trying to say something to you, somebody's trying to make an offer to you, a proposal, extend the hand of friendship, or even apology. You'll probably look to move forward with this because we've got the Chariot that shows up. Now the Chariot, it could mean that I get the feeling with this reading that there is a sense of frustration with one person this month. But you may have another offer coming in, and I feel it's this Knight of Cups. Could be a water sign, male or female, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer individual. Usually the Knight of Cups will represent a Pisces individual though, okay? And I feel that this is why for some of you guys, you might be conflicted. Because the Chariot card in its essence means I have to make a decision. Whenever you get the 7s, it's a card about trying to make a decision, but not knowing which direction to take. The 2 Sphinxes here represent the internal conflict that you'll be going through, being pulled in 2 directions, okay? I feel that for some of you guys, it's a case of you're frustrated around a particular person. It might be an earth sign, male or female. Okay, King of Pentacles can represent male, female in a general reading and even in a personal reading. Just depends on when this person is born. Okay, that represents them being a king or a queen usually. But I feel with the 8 of Swords, there's some frustration around a particular person, which is the King of Pentacles. You might need to take a break because this situation might be all too consuming with the Devil card. So you need to have some freedom from some bondage, restriction, maybe a very, very difficult relationship, something that you feel is holding you back potentially with that devil energy. We can clearly see that the Fool faces out of the devil. So it's about wanting to release yourself from a restriction, because you're feeling that there are restrictions and frustrations going on, maybe in a particular relationship that revolves around this person, King of Pentacles. Some of you guys might be looking to travel. Knight of Cups can also be a travel card. So travelling to another location, maybe time to think. But also this is where a proposal is made to someone. But the Chariot says, well, maybe, yes, I've had another proposal, another offer come in, but I'm kind of conflicted with it. Because the Chariot says, well, I want to move forward with this, but internally I'm pulled in two different directions. Maybe the two different directions are the Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles, which then sees Temperance. Now, Temperance is a card that can suggest many things. It can suggest healing. It can suggest trying to figure something out. It's the card of the alchemist, okay? So this person basically puts two opposite potions, two opposite medicines into the same. He's trying to kind of mix and match two opposite potions. What would you call it? Potions or liquids, in order to come up with a correct combination. Okay, so he's trying to make things work that benefit him. And this is why I feel that some of you guys are actually conflicted. I feel with the Strength card showing last, it shows some form of self-restraint that you're going to be having in the month of July. You'll be indecisive. I'm seeing indecisiveness. So it could be that you, Aquarians, are paying the field in the month of July because you don't really know who to give to. The Six of Pentacles. So not only does this say that you might be receiving support in the month of July, it also says, well, maybe, and as I've gone back to the Six of Pentacles, I always see this as a card where somebody's allegiance or somebody's loyalty is spread thin, because they're giving to one person, but there's also somebody else that's asking for their attention. So I feel the advice card really, or the overall theme for the month, is kind of having to pay attention to two people or two things or two situations. When you get cards like this, Six of Pentacles, the Chariot, Temperance, these cards can often represent being torn in two different directions. Now the Temperance card is interesting because it's about two opposing forces that need to come together, or there needs to be some resolution on two opposing forces, which is why, even though you wouldn't say that those cups are opposing because they're the same cups, they're just being poured from one, water's just being poured from one cup into the other, so it's not necessarily two opposing forces, but the liquid that this angel is pouring from one cup into the other really says, I'm trying to create a balance here. So I feel for you guys that you're trying to create some sort of order or semblance or balance within the month of July, and I feel that it's around potentially two people. Okay, potentially around two people. For some of you guys, it could be that you're frustrated with a particular person. There might be real temptation around you with that Devil card, and maybe you're trying to ignore it with the Fool. Okay, because the Fool card says, and it steps out of the Devil, so it says, you know what, I'm kind of aware. The Fool is not so much the Fool now, because the Fool is far more worldly wise, because he's turning his back on the Devil. If the Fool, as I said, was stepping into the Devil, he wouldn't be very wise for me, because he'd be stepping into something with his eyes closed. But this almost says you've had experience of something, and what you're wanting to do is break free from it. So for some of you guys, it will be that you think twice about a temptation that comes to you. Could be with this Knight of Cups energy. Could be because you're bored of a relationship or something's not working out here. You need time to work things out with the Temperance card. So while you do that, you take time out. Self-restraint, holding back. Patience. The Chariot card can also mean taking a journey, and so can the Knight of Cups. So for some of you guys, you might be taking time out, maybe a journey, maybe going somewhere out, to sort the issues out. What's going on with you with this King of Pentacles energy, with that Eight of Swords. I feel that you're definitely in some form of frustrating, difficult, If it's two people, I feel that you will be reluctant to kind of go into something. You'll be resistant to it because the Fool steps out of the Devil card, Aquarius. Around one person there seems to be restriction, and this is you because you're swords, so this is your energy, and we can see that you're worried here. I feel that this Queen of Wands shows that somebody is supportive to you, supporting your hour of need. Could be anything. It could be going back home, it could be seeking help from a friend, but I certainly feel that there is help available to you around this situation. It looks like a very strong situation to me. We don't have many major arcanas. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, all bottom 4 of major arcanas. So there's strong energies. It's half and half this month. I feel that if half of it is the major cards, it's almost like there is something quite big, but it's almost like, I don't know whether there's a mountain, making a mountain out of a molehill here, and whether the answers are simply in front of your face, but you're not willing to kind of look at them or face up to them. The advice card could be for the month, yes. I'm spreading myself thin amongst two people. It could be that you're receiving support, but usually when I've seen this Six of Pentacles, a lot of the time it's where one person is giving to someone, but they're leaving somebody out. And I feel that you almost feel a responsibility to a particular person in the month of July. And that's what's got you all worried. Because it could be that you have two options, two suitors. It could be that you simply have the one and you need to take time out. But it's certainly a month for considering your relationships, I feel. And I do feel that this is a love relationship that's happening here. Okay? I do feel it's a love relationship. Sometimes this Queen of Wands can mean big news has come to you. With that Nine of Swords, it could mean that it's got you worried. Could be something around money. Six of Pentacles. King of Pentacles can be a money card, but it's obviously a money card most of the time because it's Pentacles. But it can be a boss, financial institution. Maybe there's some frustrations within your job. Maybe you feel restricted and need to take time out. Maybe need to go on holiday. We do see true travel cards here. Knight of Cups and the Chariot. Taking time out to heal. Temperance and the Strength card. Either way, whatever this situation means for you, Aquarius, I do feel that you are kind of feeling the burn of a situation. And I do feel quite strongly that for some of you guys, you might be spreading yourself a little bit thin. You might feel a great deal of responsibility around a relationship or for someone. And it's a difficult thing. Could be temptations coming in. You could want to be released from a difficult situation. There might be two suitors here. And you're being pulled in two directions with that Chariot card. Because it's almost like the man on the Chariot card is not looking over at the Knight of Cups, because he's almost saying, leave me alone for a minute so I can get my bearings on this. You're coming on too strong. Needing to work something out. And with working something out comes self-restraint. Because the Devil card says, I really don't want to be tempted. And I need for a minute just to move out of this and smell the fresh air. Interesting reading. Let's get an angel card for you. I'll use these cards now at the end of every month reading to see what the angels are saying on this situation and what advice, if it resonates with you, Aquarius, this can give to you. Universe Spirit, what advice do you have for Aquarius? What's the advice that you have for Aquarius, please, in the month of July 2016? I've just done a reading for them. What's the advice that you have for Aquarius? Show me what's the advice that you have for Aquarius. What is the advice that you have for Aquarius? Show me what is the advice that you have for Aquarius for the month of July, angels, please, 2016. Show me. Don't stop. Let's see what that means. This is not the time to give up. Continue to move in the direction of your hopes, dreams or plans. You are on the right path and you should see progress as long as you stay the course. Very important that you stand your ground and believe in yourself. Don't let others intimidate you into quitting. Just because they don't have your vision doesn't mean you shouldn't follow your heart. So whatever this reading means for you, because we can see that some of you feel restrictions, frustration around those restrictions, there is worry here. It's around a particular person or a job or whatever this King of Pentacles means for you. Could be to do with something to do with the Knight of Cups as well. Could be a proposal's being made for you. Could involve progress, but you're conflicted. You need to move out of something that's quite restrictive. It could also be a very negative energy individual with that Devil card. But we see that you're turning your back on that thing. You've had an experience of it. Trying to work things through. Perhaps needing inner confidence or self-restraint. I do feel that here in the month of July, there is something you need to work out either in terms of your relationships, in terms of love, or it could be a work situation, or however you see this reading relating to your life. But the angels are saying don't stop. Okay, whatever you feel is the right thing to do it. And don't adhere to other people's hopes, wishes and dreams. Really, this card is saying that you have to put yourself first. Okay, so if it's anything to do with your happiness, Aquarius, put yourself first, because that's what's going to serve you in the long run. That is your reading for the month of July, Aquarius. I would like to say thank you very much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I will speak with you guys soon. Take care.